Corpay is a foreign exchange payments and risk management specialist. We facilitate payments across borders, as the name suggests. And from a risk management perspective, we're here to help insulate businesses from the risks of foreign exchange market volatility and the potential damaging impact this can have on profit margins and bottom lines. Almost any business of any size is exposed in some way to expenses, revenues, investments in a currency outside of their own. So we like to position ourselves as an extension of a client's treasury function to facilitate all their needs in this space. We have key departments focused on expanding our services and offering in key growth market territories such as the Middle East, Africa and Latin America.
Ultimately, our objective is to ensure that that client has a smooth experience day to day, especially when they're processing thousands of payments. Our team, for all intents and purposes, becomes a part of their business, both operationally and commercially. We regularly conduct account reviews with our clients. We'll relay this information to client support teams around EMEA, and off the back of that, we would also have at least 2 people from our client services teams who are fully up to speed with what the client does day to day. But the important thing is our client has a direct dial into the enterprise relationship managers. At this stage, we can see clearly 2 opportunities that are emerging in Africa. First, it's the leverage of digital tools by local entrepreneurs that are trying to tap the growing young market, and both servicing them from financial services, but also for agricultural benefits and promoting the other market sectors. The other part is improving the access to the local markets through better integration and better use of the local infrastructure, or developing the local infrastructure, be it energy, transport, etc., to facilitate the commerce between the different countries in the region.
The biggest hurdle will be climate change, because it will be a very big challenge for people there. Africa is a very busy continent. So think about it, China is here for good, Russia is trying to regain influence, India has stepped in, as well as the Middle East countries. So Europe had a legacy influence on Africa, but it has to start on a blank new page right now, having politics and entrepreneurs partnering to propose to governments, to economies, to businesses, some adapted solutions. So Europe has a way to recreate itself in Africa, reinvent the dialogue with the governments and the masses, and perfectly knows the challenges and has the technologies to help Africa. So opportunities are great, but yes, there are many people on the road.
In terms of challenges for European and UK entities, we can see a difficulty in accessing the local market with political instability, trying to understand the local regulation that are changing quite frequently in view of the global macroeconomic environment also that is adding pressure to the local economies, and credit risk as well. In terms of opportunities, clearly there is a gap in terms of infrastructure and a greater need for better infrastructure to facilitate internal commerce within Africa, but also between Africa and the rest of the world. So that's clearly a sector where the UK and our UK and international clients in general can tap into and look at opportunities in the local markets.
Sourcing local currency is not instantaneous, it's not platform-led like it can be for, say, the G10 currencies or the big ones, the euro, the dollar, the sterling, etc. And as well, making downstream payments in these regions is not as automated or as stupid that it can be in other regions. So in our emerging market group at Corpay, the traders we are all together, we combine 150 years of experience, knowledge, business, payments, foreign exchange execution with local and regional banks all around Africa. So that's how we can help companies source at best possible cost and at any point in time possible local currency and make downstream payment as reliable as possible.
The benefit for using Corpay actually is really lying with the fact that we have a local footprint and we have deep knowledge of the local banking system. We've worked in the past with 450 banks, so
We have a very in-depth contact in the local markets to understand both the local regulation, the macroeconomic events that can impact or delay the settlements, but also we are able to track the settlement very precisely along the chain until the payment reach the final beneficiary. So that's the main advantage that our clients are getting from using our services at Corpay.